Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here. It's Friday, and I blinked, so it's Friday again. Every Friday comes by really quick.
All over again.
So I hope you guys had a great week. We had a really good one, very productive. We're cranking away on our Birds of Prey course. We got a lot done on that, and I've been sharing images from that, so that's been fun. And let's see, we got a lot of stuff to go over before we even get started, don't we?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Can they hear you? I want to make sure that they can. Everyone can hear you. But first of all, I want to announce the final winner of our Wacom 1 tablet, and that is Jim from Birmingham, Alabama. I don't know why I put a southern accent on that, but I did.
Birmingham.
All right, so congratulations to Jim from Birmingham, Alabama. You have just won our fifth and final Wacom 1 giveaway. And I think actually you're the first one in the United States to win one. You was, yeah. Last winner and first in the United States. I really like that we're able to get winners all over the world. So that's really cool. And we've got a couple of things. I've got a new announcement I want to get to, but first I want to announce again for those of you that may have missed our last two streams is that we are starting to give out once a month scholarships for education, for college, online education, whatever it may be. If you are a student out there 16 years of age or older, and that means any age, I mean other than 16 or older, I want to make sure that some of our older folks out there that might not be in college but want to get some education, but if you can't afford it, we want to help you out too. So we get so many questions from people saying, hey, I'm 35 years old or I'm 45 years old. Is it too late for me to start? And I always say, no, it's not. And if you do need some help with tuition or things like that, then, go ahead and put together a portfolio and submit it. So, but jumping back just a little bit back from that, so I want to talk about the education part of it. Or the scholarship part of it. We are giving away a $5,000 scholarship once a month to a lucky recipient in need. And all you have to do is go to creatureartteacher.com/scholarship, and all the information is right there. We are going to take the first 200 applications. That's about all we can handle, I think, a month. And so far we're up to 115. So we've got another 85 to go. And so if you haven't submitted yet, please do. We want you to submit. Don't worry if you don't feel like you're ready yet. Like I said, we're going to do this every single month. So I want you to put forward your best portfolio rather than a rushed portfolio, okay? So there you go. And like I said, it's $5,000 and it's good for college tuition if you want to go to college, but it's also good for online education as well. So Proco, Schoolism, any of these online educational outlets, the tuition is good for them as well. Okay, so all you need to do is go over to creatureartteacher.com/scholarship and all the information is right there. Okay. And like I said, don't rush it. Oh, and the other thing too is if you submit and you don't get picked, don't worry. You don't have to submit again. You don't have to submit every month. If you have submitted, we have your information. Okay? So please don't submit every month because it'll overwhelm us, and that's that.
We know who you are.
We know who you are. And also, so I want to make another big announcement. There's quite a few things we've been working on lately, all based around the COVID issue and trying to make things easier. And we've had a lot of inquiries about this, and so we decided to do something about it. So Nick and Steve and myself had several weeks ago had a big meeting on this, and then Nick and Steve have been working very diligently to pull this together. But I want to talk about our custom education portal for qualifying groups. So what does that mean? I'm going to have to read this because I want to make sure that I get this out right to you. And it's so due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, We've received a lot of inquiries from various teachers, schools, and studios and businesses looking to provide quality online art education for their learners, for their class, for their groups, okay? So we're pleased to announce that we're now offering customized learning portals for groups of learners at special discounted prices, okay? So qualifying recipients will get their own private access portal to all 300 hours of our lessons provided on Creature Art Teacher, okay? So if you're a teacher and you're looking to get a group rate, basically, then we want to do that for you. And so all you have to do is go to creatureartteacher.com/education. All right? And all the information is right there. And so, like I said, once again, it comes down to wanting to provide. There's going to be a lot of teachers that are going to have to teach online. There's going to be a lot of teachers at college or online teachers anyway, or teachers that have been teaching in person but have to switch to online. And so we want to be able to provide for those teachers, educators, whoever it might be, and give them a group rate. So if you're a student or parent, please share this info with your school, okay? Because they, hopefully they'll be interested. We really want to help out. We have, like I said, we have over 300 hours of content on our website, and it's all really good quality content. And so, it's our hope that educators around the world will find a need for this. Not just the United States, it's anywhere in the world. We want to be able to help you and your class, okay? So, it's anyone that qualifies, that has a group of students that they are teaching, we want to be able to help you out and give you a group rate for our education, okay? So, that's two big things. So, it's our big education our push that we're doing for classes, for groups of students. I'm getting so excited, I'm spitting on myself. Groups of students, teachers. We want to help you guys out. Plus, we've got our scholarships for individual students that we want to help out. And all you have to do, once again, for the scholarships, go to creatureartteacher.com/scholarship. And if you're a teacher or want to help out teachers, or if you're a parent wanting to help your student in a classroom situation, then please go to creatureartteacher.com/education, and there's more information there. Wow, my jaw's getting tired.
I'm sure.
So we're really happy about that, and we're really excited, and we're hoping that you guys take advantage of it, because we want to give it to you. So, also, another big one. My brother Travis, Blaise. Last week I was telling you he put together a whole course. Nick and him recorded a couple months ago, a course on an introduction to Calipeg. Calipeg is a wonderful new animation software for iPad. And Travis has partnered up with the developers and really helped them create it, helped them develop it, became a beta tester, and really became an expert at it. And so we asked my brother to sit down and record with us a course on Calipeg. Calipeg is now available for iPad. Once again, it's a 2D animation software, and my brother is a wonderful animator, great story artist, and really a great Calipeg user. And so now you can pre-order it. It's going to be available in the coming weeks, but you can pre-order it now and save 50% off of the regular price. So there's animation tips and techniques, there's illustration, shot planning, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. And it's all at creatureartteacher.com. So once again, my brother, Travis Blaise, who also worked with me at Disney for, 12 years, I think we worked together at Disney. Once again, also he's an amazing animator and helped develop Calipeg, which is an amazing 2D animation app for iPad. Nick sat down with him for several days and created this how-to course on using Calipeg. And so if you pre-order it, you're going to save 50% off of that. So that's a really good savings. So jump over to creatureartteacher.com And the course will be available on August 15th. All right? So that's only a week away. So you've only got about a week to 8 days to pre-order that and get that savings before the price goes up. And I want to remind you that not only that, I just want to give you some of the background on my brother. Nick's reminding me. Travis animated a whole host of stuff. One of the last things he animated was Coda from Brother Bear. He did some great animation of Coda, especially under the glacier where he's acting like he wants to fight and all this kind of stuff. He did some amazing stuff under there. He was also one of the key animators under Alex Cooperschmidt of Stitch, from Lilo and Stitch. He also did a lot of the Huns in Mulan, and also animated Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. So under Kathy Zielinski. So he did a lot. What's that?
I completely forgot about
Oh
that.
yeah, that was one of his first gigs as an animator, and he did some beautiful stuff. That was a complicated character.
Why do I keep thinking that his first was actually Tarzan? I always
He
think
did
that.
work on Tarzan. Yeah.
But
He worked on Tantor.
Yeah, like I know that he worked on Tarzan. He worked on Young Tantor. He also worked about.
He also worked on
Stitch.
Curious George, the movie, animated on Curious George.
He did?
Yeah. Travis has animated a lot of stuff. Yeah.
How have I missed all these movies? The only two that I know for a fact are Lilo and Stitch and Tarzan.
And Mulan.
But all the other ones
And Mulan.
and Mulan.
Yeah.
But all the other
Brother
ones
Bear.
I completely forget about.
Yeah. So, yeah, my brother's been around.
He's been around.
He's been around. Yeah. So anyway, he's a great animator and a really good teacher, and also he streams every week. It's every Wednesday, right?
I believe so. In fact,
So-
I got that right.
Yeah.
here.
Sketch to Animate. Check out
every
Sketch to
Wednesday
Animate.
at 11.
Yeah, every Wednesday at 11 o'clock
Pacific
Standard
PST.
Time. Yeah. I'm jumping all over the place. Sorry, and I'm getting a little burpy.
Little boy
I'm talking too much and drinking at the same time. Drinking coffee.
drinking coffee and getting burpy.
Yeah, and also Travis is no longer with Disney like me. We both left Disney. Travis is currently with Netflix doing storyboarding for Netflix, which is pretty cool. So today I thought, let's jump over to what we're doing today. I thought it might be kind of fun. Nick reminded me that Monday is World Lion Day, and so maybe we do an illustration for Monday. We are actually taking a vacation next week, so we're not going to be back on Tuesday, and we might not be back. We probably won't be back on Friday either, because that's the last day of our vacation. So there won't be any live streams next week. So we want to make sure we do this, and also our next Tuesday live stream, which won't be this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, that's going to be our last Tuesday live stream indefinitely until something else comes along. We started the Tuesday live streams to kind of make up for COVID. Now that people are starting to go back a little bit, the whole reason we dropped off doing twice a week is that it really bit into us getting content done, and that's one of the reasons why Dustin and I have been taking such a long time in getting the Birds of Prey course done, is because we have these 2 times during the week streams that cut into us being able to get it done. So I kind of finally dropped the hammer and said, hey, let's stop doing the Tuesday streams so I can start getting more work done, and we'll go back to Fridays only. So we've only got one more Tuesday stream. It's not the next Tuesday. It's going to be the following Tuesday. We're going to be on vacation next week.
Make me want to take my own vacation.
Well, you'll be doing that too. But anyway, so before the stream started, I want to do something really designy. I don't want to do something photo real today. I feel like I'm always doing realistic, and so
Something like a graphic art, something like.
Well,
like
I don't know
book.
whether it's cartoon, designy, color different. I don't know, just something different, and I don't know what it is.
Make it Picasso.
A Picasso. There you go.
Hey, I'm Picasso.
As we were waiting for the stream to start, I was doing little doodles down here, little sketches of different lions. Are they able to see that? Are we,
yeah.
oh, we're
Yeah,
on
I
it
see
now.
it.
Okay. So these are some sketches. I kind of like the one up top on the left, that S curve. I'm looking for something very flowy, and I'm thinking I might want to try something really high key. Now, what does high key mean? High key means all the values are in the high key range, meaning it's going to be very bright. My darkest dark will only be about a quarter to halfway down the key range in our value in your value range. And so I'd like to do something like that, and maybe different colors, not necessarily brown. And so that's where my thinking is right now.
Almost somewhat like a modern art, like modern
Yeah,
abstract
just something.
art.
Yeah, it's something a little different. And so I just thought it might be fun. Last week, not last week, but on Monday, I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone and I did a robot for the live stream. And so I want to step out of my comfort zone from a design standpoint. I do lots of realism. And so I thought it'd be fun to step out and just experiment. I haven't found it yet. I haven't found what I'm going to do. So I want to continue to
How about we ask the
design a little bit. I want to try to find it on my own. I think if we get too many people, for me, I have it in my head what I'm looking for, but I just haven't found it yet.
Gotcha.
And and what I like to do when I'm doing this is just really you can see I go really sketchy, bold.
If someone was saying like the space line and
No, I'm not doing a space. I'm doing something. I want to do something elegant for the poster that we're going to create. Almost sculptural. You see how I like to just sit and scribble. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And even something like this. That's what I'm looking to do. Actually, right off the bat, I like this better than anything that I just did leading up to it. I think because I kind of know what I'm looking for now. I got all the bad stuff out of me. I'm gonna kind of sketch over this a little bit.
And to the folks watching, don't be afraid to ask any questions.
Oh yeah, so now that and I've got Dustin with me. I forgot to
Hi.
mention Dustin.
I'm here, as always.
We got Dustin here, and we got Nick in Sarasota.
Okay, here's Sarasota.
Siri just came up. Siri, shut up.
Okay, I'll shut up. Here is Sarasota. Are you using any references for this?
No. I've drawn thousands of lions, and so I know how they're built. Matter of fact, I did the whole course on how to draw big cats 5 years ago. Actually, that was 3 years ago. I mean, and I can't believe it's been that long. I just got a reminder that I did that 3 years ago.
Would you ever do a course focusing on human hair in the future?
Yes, and that's actually come up in the past, and I think it's hair in general, and also I might do. I'd like to do something with folds, fabric, drapery. I gotta turn off my
Turn it off! Turn it
turn
off!
off
Turn it off!
my notifications.
Do you use a clipping mask for flat colors?
Yes, sometimes I do. I've just started. Whoops! Whoa! I just grabbed my water brush.
Hello.
I I sorry, I'm trying to talk and I've started using clipping masks more and more often.
The new app that is available on iPad for animation, is it also available for Android or only Apple products?
I believe it's only Apple products. Nick, correct me if I'm wrong.
Dustin, what was the last picture you took that took your breath away and why?
Oh, it's when you caught me changing.
Hi. Hi.
I said,
No,
"Hey,
but,
what are you doing in here?"
Now the last one that I took that made me go, wow, I'm
Wow.
I'm blown away. Was I don't know if I posted it on Instagram. I could swear I did, but I made it into a black and white, and it's the Anhinga shot in the tree and the way it's framed within the tree with the dragonflies on the branches. You know the fun I'm talking about?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's probably the most recent photo that I took that is one that took my breath away. I'm just like, it could have been timed any better in the day, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's one of my favorite shots.
Take this and this and this. Take all this.
Would you ever do a course over deer and similar animals?
Yes. We're going to be doing that. North American
North American.
ungulates.
North American. I wonder if in the future should do do you think we'll do a course on ducks, like
Waterfowl?
waterfowl? That's
Yes.
I keep thinking of going foul, but every time I think of foul, I'm also thinking of the sport term foul.
I kind of like this. What do you think of this?
Yeah. Looks like a comic book cover thumbnail.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Do you have any tips for aspiring artists, like people who want to work in animation fields, specifically in high school? What should we do in preparation for college?
You got to draw. You got to draw a lot. Draw from life. Drawing from life will give you such a leg up on everyone there. Put down the if you're drawing a lot of anime, that's great, but put it down for a little while. Draw from life, and you can always go back to anime. You know, it's so important for you to understand drawing from reality that where you can then abstract, and then anime is an abstraction of reality, and so it's just so important to be able to step away and create your own designs. And when I say create your own, I mean you create it by drawing from life and understanding the world around you first. That is the biggest thing you can do in preparation for a professional career in college. And if you look at what I'm doing now, I'm drawing out of my head. I'm drawing a lion, not using any reference. And I've done this because I've drawn lions from life. I've gone out and I've watched them in real life. And not saying you have to go draw lions, but whatever it is you decide you want to draw, then you go out and you find it. Draw people, draw flowers, draw trees, I don't care what. But draw them from life and you'll have a leg up. Okay? There's my piece of advice.
Yeah, and personally I would say don't be afraid to ask for advice or any help, because there's been plenty of times where I would be struggling with a photo, like whether if I want to make it black and white or a color photo, and I would send it over to Dad like, hey, what should I do with this? I feel like I need to do something extra to it, and he would give me advice. Like if you have any friends or relatives that you know make give good advice, don't be afraid to ask them when you're working on something and you feel like you're struggling, you don't know what exactly it is. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Because doing that will definitely help you in the long run with working among others in the industry, because it is a team effort in the end.
Mm-hmm. Good job.
I'll try to simplify that in the future.
Martin!
Aaron, today I want to get out of my comfort zone. Also, Aaron, drawing an elegant lion.
Well, it's stylistic. I know I draw a lot of lions. I'm talking about stylistically. I'm trying to push myself a little different. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to use some different brushes today too.
Different brushes? Different from your pastel?
Yeah, we might even make some brushes today.
Oh my.
Yeah, we might make some brushes today.
Dustin, what's your Instagram? My Instagram is Dustin_Blaise. Again, it's Dustin_Blaise.
So what is that?
Dustin_Blaise. Have you used any other program other than Photoshop, like Clip Studio, Paint, etc.?
Painter.
Painter?
Yeah, I used to use Painter quite a bit. Not as much anymore. I find that I like Painter. I just find that I get everything I need from Photoshop.
On Procreate, the higher the canvas size or quality, the less layers or frames available when animating. How do you not run into this problem?
Well, do less layers. Be careful of the layers that you want to use. And I don't go too high of a resolution. So I can do more layers if I need to.
What is the drawing tool or tablet you're using, Wacom, etc., 32-inch Wacom Cintiq Pro. Boom! 32-inch Cintiq Pro by Wacom on the and you're using the Mac Pro as your main tower, main computer tower.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Yes. Do you have any tips on making your drawings solid and flowing? Solid and flowing.
Yes. You know, you find the gesture first, as you could see. You know, I really wanted to find a S-shaped gesture. That's the gesture I was looking for there. And so I lay that down first, and then I work over the top of that.
Question.
Yes.
Why are there big cats like lions, tigers, jaguars, etc., but no big dogs besides just the wolf?
I don't know. That's a good question. Now their size is an adaptation to the environment that they live within.
For your Wacom screen, what is the resolution you use?
I go full. It's almost like an 8K. I use the full resolution on it, but the resolution of the images I create aren't as high.
What's the resolution on the screen?
6,000. It's 6,000 by. Let me see.
I think it's a 6K monitor.
6K.
Yeah.
No, I think it's 8K. Let me see, because I can export.
Because 8K is 8,000.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
that's
you're
why
right.
It's 4,000, 6,000, 8,000.
You're right. You're right.
So you're using a 6K.
Oh yeah, I guess I got rid of the recording, so I can't. But the resolution's 6,300 and. Oh, it's no, it's a. Oh shoot, it's let me do this.
You should find it in the.
Yeah, 8K resolution is 7,680 by 4,320. Okay, and then so 6K. Yeah, it's 6K resolution is, yeah, this one, it's like 6,144 by 2,592, but this one's 6,300 and something by 3,000.
Yeah, so it's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a great resolution, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Trying to see. For the fabric course, may I suggest teaching how to draw leather?
Sure. You can suggest anything.
Do you have any tips on painting fire?
Look at some fire.
Look at fire.
Well, obviously, fire. You got to find those organic shapes that make up fire, and that just comes from a lot of observation.
Should draw a house cat pretending to be a lion sometime.
That's a good idea.
It's a good idea right there. I know it's not your speciality, But I would love to see you do or get tips on reptilian creatures, either in the future course or streams.
I will. I will do that. I will do that.
I will.
I will.
What is the DPI you're using?
This is 18 by 24 inches at 300 DPI.
Sweet.
Whoa. Hey, man. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Now with the heat, is the Wacom overheating or does it work with no problem?
No problem. My Wacom never overheats. Ever. I've never had that happen.
Yeah, I don't think Wacom has that kind of issue.
Yeah.
Of all the Wacoms that I've used, I've
My
never
computer
had it
gets
overheat.
hot. It's never overheated. My computer itself gets hot. But the Wacom doesn't.
Because all the processing power goes through the computer itself.
Yeah. The Wacom doesn't have processing power.
Oh. Unless if you're using one of the mobile ones, like the old Companion or the what do they call them, mobile studio?
Yeah, Mobile Studio 1.
Yeah. And like if you're using one of those,
Great
because
products,
they're-
though, man.
Yeah. There is a chance they might overheat, but even then, like I've used one, and yeah, I've never had an overheating issue in general, whether or not it's a monitor or just built-in computer. They're really good with that.
No, I know. There. I'm digging this one. Can you dig it?
Can that scholarship money go towards buying that Wacom?
Nope. There.
And yes, the software that we are currently using to live stream is called
Oh,
OBS,
BS.
which stands for Open Broadcast Software. And it is free to download. It is free to use. And if you ever have any issues with it, just look on YouTube or Google for any troubleshoots, and there's plenty of information out there to get you started. In fact, I recently tried installing OBS on my laptop, but I'm having a bit of a hiccup, but I'm trying to find the trouble. I'm trying to troubleshoot it, but nothing yet. I think it's specific to the laptop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That awesome laptop?
Yeah, it's just that one little thing. Because
It would probably
for-
work if it was a Mac.
Probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't.
See, I wish you guys could have seen the dirty look you just gave me.
Wait a minute, hang on. Where's my baseball bat? No, but
also, Nick is reminding me to tell you guys, thank you to our YouTube subscribers. We just crossed 400,000 subscribers.
woohoo!
So thank you guys very much. Sorry, Nick, I had deep thoughts off for a second because I had to pull up some other information. I was looking up the resolution of information. Resolution. There. Ooh, I like this one. What do you think, Dustin? Dust butt?
Me like it.
Dusty Heiner. Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Dustenheimer Schmidt. Remember when your mother used to call you that?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she used to call you little Dusty Heimer Schmidt.
I remember Dusty and Dustbutt.
Dust butt.
You still call me that.
Oh yeah. You picked that one up when you were still in diapers. Remember that when you were 13?
Hey, Daddy.
Kidding.
Man, those are the
Hey,
great
got that. Stop.
Can the scholarship go toward your lessons?
Yeah, they could. But I'd rather them go towards. I'd rather go towards other courses. Remember, you can get a membership to our site and have access to everything on our site for $200. So we're giving away a $5,000 scholarship.
Is this me, or is this reminding me? Is this reminding others of Narnia?
It's just you.
It does look like something you'll see in a Narnia book if they had pictures drawn in them.
Twitch question. Hey Aaron, on the days you really don't feel like drawing or painting for whatever reason, what do you do? I know it's impossible to draw every day like artists suggest, but I feel guilty when I can't. Yeah, on those days, I don't. If I don't feel like drawing, I don't draw. I know that I draw enough when I do, I draw every day during the week. Every day. And there's ways of getting through it. There's days where I don't feel like drawing that I have to. And then there's days that I don't feel like drawing where I don't necessarily have to, and then I don't. Whoops. So here, if I turn this off, or keep it. I'm going to keep it, just knock it back for right now. I'm going to put a layer under all of this.
Watching anime Leo the White Lion. Thoughts on it? I think you might be mistaking it for Kimba the White Lion. So I don't remember ever hearing Leo the White Lion.
I don't think there ever was one.
Oh. I'm looking it up, and I guess it technically is Kimba the White Lion, but I guess in certain areas it's also known as Leo the White Lion.
Very interesting. Man,
Very
I'm
interesting.
sweating my patootie off.
Did you have that fan on over there?
I do, but it's just blowing on my head. I'm turning this one on too. Do you have your fan on?
Yes, I do. I just have it set to low. I don't want to create too much noise.
All right, I like this. Now, like I said earlier, I want to do this as high key, not haiku, high key. So I'm going to create a layer. Let me try a couple of different things. First thing I want to do is I'm going to knock everything, all my line work, I'm going to knock way back.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, buddy. I liked your advice on what to do before going to college. What advice do you have for those who have graduated from college and art school?
You got to keep doing the same thing. You got to get out there. You got to pound the pavement. You got to keep working. You don't want to get dull. You don't want to get stale. You don't want to, creativity is a muscle, and the more you work it, the stronger it gets. And the less you work it, the weaker it gets, right? So you want to get out there and you got to work it. You got to work.
You gotta work.
And let's see. I'm gonna put a layer under here. And I'm gonna experiment. I'm gonna keep that normal. We're gonna do some experimentation.
Would you draw house cat eyes, kind of like the lions? Currently having a bit of trouble with that.
I will in just a little bit. Right now, I'm going to go through what do I want to use as a brush. I've got this one.
Is this a tiger with a lion's mane?
No.
Though that does sound interesting. A male lion but with tiger stripes? That'd be uniquely different.
It would. I'm going to go really warm with it. Get rid of this and start over.
How can you make a living from digital artworks? What kind of job could you have to help?
Illustration. Any kind of illustration job you can do digital. So I'm going to think about the light coming down from above.
Dustin, this drawing reminds me of Pumbaa in the movie Stuart Little. Nice try.
Once again, I want to keep this all really high key. So I'm just going to keep working this here. So when I say high key, what I mean is everything is going to, I won't be going much darker than what I'm creating right now.
Oh, thank you, Arturo.
Now I will be going brighter. Go ahead, Dustin, sorry.
No worries. It turns out that somebody helped explain the white lion ordeal. So Leo the lion is the original Japanese title for Kimba. But Kimba was known as that in the U.S. So for us in the U.S. it was Kimba the white lion, but in Japan it was Leo the white lion. Now it makes sense. What's high key contrast?
High key means it's very bright. Think of a photograph that's overexposed. That's high key. The darks only go down to a certain. The whole thing is bright. When you key the values, the light and the dark, they're high key. They're meaning they're high in the value scale.
High exposure. Why do cats have eyeliner like linings around the eyes?
It's a brightness thing. Think about a football player that puts the dark under their eyes. That dark helps prevent glare and helps them see better. It's the same thing with cats. They have that dark around their eyes to help them see in the sunlight.
Are you gonna make this one only in sepia colors?
I don't know yet. I'm just experimenting. We're just having some fun today.
Did you save?
Not yet.
Thank God we stopped filming when we did yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, we had
Our power went out about what 3 or 4 times yesterday.
yeah, at least 4
We have
times. In a
we have
span
the
of an
worst
hour.
power energy company here in Central Florida. Duke Energy. They're terrible. Our power goes out just randomly on a perfectly sunny day.
More often though during a storm. Every
Well,
time
of
a storm
course.
comes, I'm just
But
like,
every
yep,
storm.
expect a power outage.
But it won't like just go out. It'll just go off enough to screw everything up. And then it comes back on.
Yep. Yeah, I think yesterday was probably the most power outages we've had ever here.
It was definitely a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying.
So I'm using this texture brush to do something a little different. I turn off the drawing layer and turn off that layer. You see where I can see what it does. I'm going to come up here and erase this. I don't like that orange in there.
Aaron, could you do an oil pastel on paper video or course, please? I've never heard of paper video. Is it a video that's made out of paper?
Nice. You know what? I don't do oil pastel. I'd love to learn it. I've never really done oil pastel.
What's the kind of oil you usually
Oil paint.
Huh?
Oil paint. Oil pastel is like it's a greasy. It's made from. It's got oil as a binder in the pastel, so it's a little bit more of a grease pencil compared rather than a chalky pastel.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, Shanash. Dan on YouTube asks or says, watched Brother Bear for the first time. Me, my wife, and our 3-year-old daughter, who's very picky and was locked in the whole time. We loved it. My wife cried. Why didn't you cry, Dan? Do you have a heart of stone,
Dan.
Dan?
What was the movie you're talking about? I was looking at the comments.
Brother Bear. Do you like Phil Collins? Do I have 2 ears and a heart?
No, you only have 1 ear.
Van Gogh.
What programs do you recommend for an artist who can't afford Photoshop? I have Huon. Huon?
I don't know what to tell you because Photoshop is $10 a month. So I don't know what to tell you beyond that. I don't know of any. I think anything beyond that would be free. I don't know what's out there that's free.
What's the best way to pitch a screenplay to a producer?
The best way is it's pitching the story. You know, and when you pitch a story, you want to pitch what your characters basically are thinking, not necessarily what they're doing. pitch the emotional journey through the story, and that will help. Nick and I have some things that we're working on, and that's something that we will be doing, is just pitching the emotional journey of the character.
And also slip in their favorite wine, and they'll be sold instantly.
That's right. I don't want it to multiply. Maybe I set it back a little bit.
What's that brush though? Do you have a line art shading brush package you recommend?
I don't. No, I don't. This one is just a texture brush that we made, and I find a lot of use in it. Oops.
Sketchbook Pro is free.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I didn't know that.
Also, Krita is free. Aaron, does the Wacom work on Photoshop C5 or C6?
Yes.
I think Wacom pretty much works on all of Photoshop, doesn't it?
Yeah. Once again, the Wacom is not. It's the computer that you have to worry about with your versions of software. Wacom is just a monitor.
As long as you have a Wacom that's been made in in the past 5 or 10 years, then you're pretty much solid. Because as time goes on, certain hardware and even certain software ends up becoming too obsolete.
Yes, they pretty much know that.
So as long as you're up to date with the latest hardware in the past 5 years, you're good.
Question: at the moment, I'm able to draw crude-looking gesture drawings, but how do you go from there to a finished drawing without it being stiff? Well, the whole idea is finding line of action. You want to find your line of action. And when you're doing gesture drawing, too many people mistake gesture drawing for just drawing sloppy. And you don't want to draw sloppy. You want to draw with purpose. When I drew this, where am I drawing right now? There we go. So when I drew this drawing right here, when I drew that's a gesture drawing. Now it looks a little messy, but it's drawn with purpose. There's a line of action in there, but that enabled me to draw this. I've erased some of it, but it enabled me to draw that and get that tied down based on what was happening here. And then this one enabled me to do this, to tie that down. And so each stage should be refined and help you with the stage afterwards.
I often wish I was just in the room with you two. I love the banter and dynamic. It is quite nice.
It is quite nice.
He actually wrote that out. It is quite nice. Which movies did you work?
My first film credited as an animator or animating assistant was Roller Coaster Rabbit. I was promoted during the. I think I was actually. I can't remember now. I may have been credited as an assistant actually. But I was promoted during that film and actually did some animation on it. Roller Coaster Rabbit was a short animated film that we put out in front of Dick Tracy back in 1990 or 89 was it? I can't remember when it came out. and then my first feature I ever worked on as an animator was The Rescuers Down Under. And that was a lot of fun. I did a lot of little prison animals. I had very small scenes to do. So I was still kind of a junior animator. But it was fun. I learned a lot.
Out of all those, out of all the movies you made, what do you think was the most fun scene you ever animated?
There's several that I really had a good time with. The one I always talk about is animating Belle and Beast arguing in front of the fireplace in Beauty and the Beast. That whole sequence was a lot of fun to animate on. But then there is, I remember the matchmaker in Mulan, when Mulan has to go through dealing with her and all that stuff. There's a section in there where the matchmaker, Brian Ferguson was the lead animator for the matchmaker, and I went over and helped him out. And there's a scene in there where she catches on fire, and she starts bouncing around and running around and spinning and twirling around and all kinds of stuff. And I animated her doing that. That was me. And I had so much fun doing that animation. It was super broad, and like I said, she was all over the place. I really enjoyed that.
Wait, Photoshop is only $10?
Yeah,
I looked, it was $30.
maybe it's gone up. You can. The last I looked, it was $10. So I could be wrong. So I apologize if I'm wrong.
I'm looking up.
But if you do, just not the whole suite. I think it's Photoshop and Lightroom. I thought it was $10.
Yeah, so it's the photography
Or
package.
$9.99 or something.
That is $10 a month.
Yeah, but it's still.
It's Lightroom. Yeah, Lightroom Classic, and Photoshop on desktop and iPad.
Yeah. You can still use it. Just you don't have to be a photographer. You can still use it for that.
Yeah, and it's got like a 20 gig cloud storage, but then
It's
there's
$9.99, right?
yeah $9.99 a month. Then there's Adobe Photoshop Single app, which is $21 a month, which is Photoshop on desktop and iPad as part of Creative Cloud. And then just all apps in general is $53 a month.
Yeah. So if you get the photography suite, and it's Lightbox,
Lightroom,
sorry, not
Lightbox is the
Lightbox.
event. And it's Lightroom Classic, so it's two different versions of Lightroom, and Photoshop.
Yeah.
And Lightroom I use for all my raw photo editing, and it is my favorite application to use for my photo editing.
Oh, doggone.
What'd I do?
Oh, I screwed up and did the fur.
Did you have a model when you animated the matchmaker?
No, I did that all out of my head. The stuff where she's got the makeup running down her face, and Mulan has to give her the cut back and walk away. All that stuff, I animated all that. It was fun.
I actually remember going into your animation office way back before you guys were in the big building, before you guys got working on Brother Bear,
Uh-huh.
and we were still. I remember seeing the rough animation that you made of
Of
her
her
dancing
bouncing
all over the place because she had her butt was on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did all that straight ahead. I did it really rough, just straight ahead animation. And then I went back in and refined it all. It was a lot of fun.
And I remember it was only her dancing around, and it was Mulan, and I think the version I saw was with Mulan in the background, and there was no music, no visual effects or anything, and you just heard the woman screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow!
That's exactly right.
I can't remember how old I was when I saw that.
Well, that would have been probably 1996, so you would have been
96?
6 or 7 years old.
No, I would have been 6 then, if it was 96. I would
Well,
have
just
been
depending
5
on
or
what time of year it was.
when did the movie come out?
Movie came out in 98.
98. It was.
Question, at the moment I'm able, there we go. YouTube question, what is line of action? Or did you say lion of action? No, line of action is the gesture, it's the flow through that creates a pose. So if you look at this image that I'm creating right now, the line of action, the line of action is basically this. It's this S shape. See that S shape going through? That is the line of action. If I turn this off, if I turn these on, the line of action, if you look at the cat on the lower left, is this very fluid S curvy line of action through the cat. You can see it up top too. What I'm trying to do is find a line of action that's very fluid. So if you look at the one up top here on the left, it's got this another S shape through it. If you look at the one straight up, whoops, it's got this circular line of action going into the tail. And so that's line of action. It's basically the most basic gesture through the animal or through the drawing. Still going to keep this high key. I'm going to grab my soft edge brush, and I'm going to bring this down. There we go.
Why is Photoshop on its own more expensive?
That I don't know.
That is a good question. Yeah, because it did say that on its own, Photoshop is $20 a month, but if you do the Lightroom,
Yeah, I know.
Pack.
I don't know why.
I wonder maybe the photo version. Like maybe there's certain areas of Photoshop that is restricted in the smaller version.
I don't know about that. YouTube question: how can I start my animation career in high school? What first jobs would an animator get? The first job depends on what type of animation you want to do. If it's 2D or 3D, it's kind of a different thing. You know, if you're a 3D animator, you go in probably as an animator. You know, you might go in as a junior animator under somebody, but you'd still be animating.
What version of Photoshop are you currently using?
The latest, 2020.
Top of the line. What do you think of film festivals, and which one is your favorite?
I think they're fine. I don't really have a favorite because I don't really go to film festivals. There. It's going a little soft.
Oh, that is true. Rick Hunter says, I really like this. It reminds me of the style of the slides Tarzan looks through when learning about the modern world in the tent.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely see that. Oh, and also Rick says, nope, Photoshop is full in the photography bundle. Then go for the photography bundle. It's cheaper.
Yeah.
And you get Lightroom. So if you're getting into photography, you get to use both.
YouTube comment, Aaron, I've been drawing with you for decades. As a child, I paused Disney movies to draw the characters from the TV, and now I buy your courses. Not one day of art school yet, but I'm a professional artist. That's pretty cool.
Wait, pausing movies so you can draw them? That's cheating!
That's genius.
Freaking genius!
That might be too dark.
Huh?
Oh, I'm just looking at stuff.
I thought you were talking about the that reference. It's genius. How did you start working with Disney, and what are some tips you have for a young adult who dreams of working alongside you?
I started working with Disney as an intern in college, so it was a different era back then. There was no CG animation, so that's, you know, we didn't have to contend with that. It was all drawing, and so back then everybody in the studio needed to know how to draw, which isn't necessarily the case anymore. And so there we go. I'm going to try something else here. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to just go right to
And now for something completely different.
here. I became an intern, and I started that way, and and you know, it was a whole different era back then. So you know, the way we did it was, you know, we came in as cleanup artists, meaning we had to redraw all the animators' drawings and get them to be nice and clean, like those are the drawings you see up on the screen. And that was our job. And that's how we learned animation. So, and we worked our way up in that way. Nowadays, it's a little different. You go in as an animator in 3D, and you know, a lot of it you learn in college, and then you perfect it as you get older. And so it's a little different than what I'm used to. Sorry, I'm drawing in talking at the same time again, so I'm struggling. Like I said, I want to keep this high key, and I keep finding myself taking it too dark. And I want to keep it rough. Go ahead.
All right. Got a scholarship question concerning animation. If we're aiming for animation classes, can we or should we add animation in our portfolio for the scholarship?
Yes, if you've got it. If you've got the animation, then put it in there for sure.
And I believe you should make sure that's in a MP4 format, if that is the case.
Just make sure we can play it.
Right. Which usually MP4 is best. Would you agree Cruella de Vil is one of the best animated characters? And what other animated performances do you think are excellent?
Medusa. Medusa from The Rescuers.
Oh. Snaps!
I think she's one of my favorite villains. Done by the same animator,
Oh, really?
Milt Kahl. Milt Kahl was the best animator, I think, during that era, during the Nine Old Men era. Milt was amazing.
Yeah, that Medusa was pretty evil.
But it's just the performance was so incredible.
Yeah.
Who would want to adopt a homely little girl like you?
Oh, right in the feels. Right in the heart. Well, I like the sidekick. Snoop.
Yeah.
Now listen here, little girl.
I might be wrong about Milt doing her. It may have been Frank or Ollie. Question: did you animate the shot where the matchmaker accidentally draws the mustache on her face? That's one of my all-time favorite moments. No, that was Brian Ferguson. So I'm just trying to keep this really simple. Very, very simple. I love using these dry brushes. You're annoying.
Your face is annoying.
I know it is. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just trying to look up who's the head lead animator for Medusa, just to double check.
Look up either Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnson, or Milt Kahl. Can you remember all that? Can you remember all that, boy?
I'll just at least look at Milt Kahl. Milt Kahl.
Look up Milt Kahl Rescuers.
Rescuers. Ah, yep. Milt Kahl's character animation from Madame Medusa.
Ah, I want to show everybody something. Put it in full screen.
Yep.
I think I've shown this before, but let's see. Can you see this image? Is it glary?
Ever slightly. Move it a bit
That
to
way?
your right.
How about that?
Pan it this to your right. No, there you go. Bring
That-
it close.
That's blurry. I don't know
Yeah.
why. There we go.
I think it was having a hard time picking up the lines.
But anyway, this is an original animation drawing from Milt Kahl on Sleeping Beauty.
A little more to the left. Or there. Good.
Yeah, that's one of the originals. This is one of my prized possessions. Arg.
Do you try to use Procreate?
My what?
Do you try to use Procreate?
Try. I do.
You do.
Actually, I have a whole Procreate course.
You have a whole course.
A whole course.
You have a whole entire course on Procreate. That's some wild stuff.
Maybe a little later.
How do you start getting internships?
Oh, that all depends on the company. That really just depends on the company and what they want to see. So, back in the day when I got my internship, that was 1987.
Nice.
So it was a long time ago. Long time ago. I can still remember the way that music made me smile.
Hey kid, you want to learn how it's done free of charge?
Oh, Nick says, I just got this original. Look, no, you did not, Nick. Did you really? That's Bill Tightla. If you got that, I'm going to be blown away. You did not get that.
Show it.
It's this. I don't think... That's Night on Bald Mountain.
Oh, turn nugget.
Right here. Let me blow this up.
Blow it up with what do you think, dynamite or C4?
You put that on top. There. That's a cleanup drawing from Fantasia, Night on Bald Mountain.
Absolutely insane.
Did you really get that, Nick? Yes, you did. You insane... Wow.
Center
That
it a
wasn't
bit more,
cheap either.
because I'm pretty sure the only thing that the Instagram viewers are seeing is the hand. There you go.
There you go. Wow, that's incredible. That's Bill Tightla, Night on Bald Mountain. Why didn't you tell me that? You're holding out on me.
His response is going to be, but you had never asked.
A long time ago.
In one of your course videos, you said we could paint using ice cream. Have you ever painted with ice cream?
I what? Did I say that?
And
I probably just said you could paint whatever, using
you
it,
can
whatever.
paint with anything, including ice cream.
No, I've never painted with ice cream.
A lot cooler if you did.
I'm experimenting. I don't know if I want to use that. Nah.
What kind of shampoo is the line using? Looks like a neat
A
gent.
little suave.
Suave. Oh, what's one shampoo? L'Oreal?
L'Oreal.
L'Oreal? Do you know the bundle or Photoshop on its own? Because I'm wondering if Photoshop in the cheaper bundle is restricted in some ways than the Photoshop on its own. We've already answered that. Somebody already figured that out on Facebook to the person that's asking on Instagram that the Photoshop in any of the in the plans is completely open, no restrictions whatsoever. And the ones that we're currently using is the full package, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using the full package. Because there are times when we use Premiere Pro when we're using Lightroom, Photoshop, After Effects, the whole 9 yards. So that's what we're rocking with. The whole ice cream thing makes me think that could be a fun YouTube challenge. Trying to do a
painting with
art
ice
piece
cream?
with paint with ice cream, or just any other like random thing like
That would
like
actually be really cool.
like a chocolate bar, like using Kit Kat bars as brushes.
I don't like this at all. What am I doing? I'm experimenting. That's what I'm doing. Okay. I want to keep everything high key. I got to remember that. I got to keep it high key. Haiku. High key? Haiku.
What's your favorite animated animal of all time? Animated animal. What's your favorite?
Probably. Let's see. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Stop thinking and just answer.
It's Warner Brothers. I love Bugs Bunny.
That's a good one. Warner Brothers. Are you thinking of Spirit?
Bambi.
No, that's Fox.
Bambi.
Oh, Bambi.
Bambi is my favorite of all
There you
time,
go. That's Disney.
without a doubt.
That ain't Warner Brothers. That's Disney. Were you thinking of Daffy Duck when you're thinking Warner Brothers? And from earlier talking about Sleeping Beauty, Sleeping Beauty had a very distinct style. Whose art inspired the design theme of Sleeping Beauty? The background was beautiful.
Ivan Earl.
Ivan Earl. What's the technique you're using for this illustration? It being low contrasting? I know it's not finished yet, but I already love how it looks.
Yeah, it's all high key. I just want to keep everything kind of in the same range. And dry brushy, kind of soft. If you look at it up close, you can see that it's just kind of soft.
The teacher Sheldon Borenstein has a lesson where he paints a whole figure with a Mars chocolate bar. He keeps serious the whole time. Sounds like a fun challenge.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go. Challenge accepted there, buddy.
So
My
here,
friend- oh, sorry.
I'm going going in and adding some darks. Go ahead, Dustin.
Okay.
Okay.
My friend told me that there's a thing called Bob Ross parties, where people dress up as Bob Ross and paint to one of his videos. It sounds awesome.
It does sound fun.
We're just gonna paint a happy little tree here. We're gonna paint a little friend right
Maybe
next
one
to
day
us.
they'll have Aaron Blaise parties.
Do we all Hawaiian shirts with pillows under their shirts?
Hey!
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
I'm working on it.
I'm working here. Don't worry, they'll do the same thing for the sidekick.
All right.
Is the Wacom Pro you're using a touchscreen?
Yes, but I don't use the touch. I find it buggy.
Buggy.
Yes.
From Studio Ghibli, which animated feature is your favorite and why?
My Friend Totoro, and I just love the charm of that. Princess Mononoke, because I just think it's awesome. That's probably my most favorite.
Yeah. I just love the depth of the spiritual lore
Yeah.
in Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, I love any kind of nature, Mother Nature kind of thing like that
Yeah.
in animation.
And Mononoke is one of my top. In fact, I think it was the very first one I watched.
I like Kiki's Delivery Service too.
Although my second favorite, like directly behind Mononoke, would have to be Castle in the Sky.
Yeah.
I just love the design of all the vehicles in that one. Like the pirates' little bug-like flying contraptions,
machines. Yeah.
flying machines.
They are cool.
Then number 3 would be Nausicaa,
Yeah.
because the glider in that one is really cool. The stories in general are great. And what
Sorry.
Go ahead.
YouTube question. This may be up to the concept artist, but how can I avoid copying another artist's concept? Practice for developing original ideas? Yes. You can be inspired. Just try to be aware of it. That's all. We all are. Our style is always the product of inspiration and influence of other styles. It's unavoidable. Now the key is to be able to kind of put yourself into that. Put yourself into that style that might inspire you. Try not to copy directly.
If this has high exposure, shouldn't it have strong shadows?
Yep. And right now, it doesn't have to. The shadows can be very light. That's the idea behind high key. And right now, I'm pushing it a little bit more than I want again. But I might not go any darker than the dark that I'm doing here.
The brush that you use to create the white highlights, is that brush available in any of the packs on the site?
Yeah, I'm using it right now. This is my texture brush. It's in the last texture brush pack that we put out. Nick will know which one that is. It's dry brush. It's a dry brush that I'm using.
Oh, that would be a good challenge. Painting using only items you can find in your kitchen.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So like plates and glasses, forks and knives, ladles,
A basting brush.
pasting brush. I think a basting or pasting brush would just be too obvious. Use something that's like something you would not at all expect to use. Hey Aaron,
Hey, what?
how's it going, eh?
Yeah, how's it going, eh?
When they brought an adult lion to the Disney studio, were you there? What was the safety protocol, and what could you not do near the animal, and how close could you get?
I couldn't eat a raw steak near the animal.
That's obvious.
No, but they didn't bring the lions right up to us. They were up on the stage. We sat down on the floor and drew from there at our drawing desk. So we weren't. It's not like we were up petting the adult lions. We did pet and play with the cubs, but we weren't playing with the adults.
I keep forgetting that you had the adults there too. I
Oh,
always
yeah.
remember the cubs being there. I just keep forgetting about the adults.
Yep. Remember I did that drawing of Chewie?
Hell yeah. I keep thinking that's at the zoo.
No, that was at on the sound stage, right at MGM Studios.
And he said, Aaron, we have Aaron Blaise parties twice a week. Gee, I wonder if that's because of the live stream. Do you mentor young artists trying to learn more? I would sell my kidney to have you as a mentor.
I don't do any mentoring right now.
With or without a kidney.
With or without a kidney. But we may in the future.
We may in the future, but be sure to keep your kidney, okay?
Yes.
Want you to be as intact as possible. Would you say having a specific style defines an artist, or is it not fully necessary to recognize someone's work?
I think every artist has a style, whether they realize it or not. So I don't think it's an issue of if it's important or not. I think it's already there. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to take the line work that I've done, which is here, which is here. Ooh, that's kind of neat, just like that all alone. Look at that. Kind of neat, eh?
Look at that, eh?
Huh?
It's beauty.
I'm going to turn that on. I want to knock it back. And I think I'm going to do a very controlled ink line. And just see what that looks like. I'm going to put that... Should I put it on top? Yeah.
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 How many lines did they bring to the studio?
How many lions?
Yeah, how many lions? Like how many adults, cubs?
Well, they brought one adult, and then they brought. Let me start with that. They brought two cubs, one adult. I'm trying to remember the other animals that they brought. I can't remember. Hard round. Or maybe I use my cancel. What if I use my pastel C? That's got a little texture to it.
And we heard about what happened in Beirut the other day. That was terrifying to watch.
Yes, it was.
I always overdo my paintings. Any tips on how you know when to stop?
Plan it ahead of time. That will help. If you know what your goals are ahead of time, then that'll help when it comes time to understanding if you're done or not.
Kind of like, all right, once I get this highlight here done, then that's it. Or just plan out like, I'm going to take care of the highlights here, take care of the shadows here, and then once I'm done with the highlights over here, then I'm done. And we'll save the rest for the next day.
Sure.
Question. When or how is a style considered professional?
That's a matter of opinion.
Matter of the observer?
I think one is it's not necessarily the style itself, but the consistency of that style. Is that style consistent? So that the people know that they're going to consistently get that style from that person.
Are there any plans of any workshops in the future?
Yes, it's just a matter of waiting for, everything that we're going through regarding COVID.
A freaking pandemic. Dang pandemic.
YouTube question. Wait, is this from No Reference? Yes, this is from No Reference.
So you're saying there's no reference?
I'm saying there's no reference there.
No reference whatsoever. No photos, no video, no nothing. Yes, this will be saved on YouTube. And we also save this on Facebook, don't we? Do we save this on
Yes,
Facebook?
yes. It's yep. You can get it on Facebook. Sorry, I had to.
You're a little focused.
I was focused.
I'm told I'm a chameleon when it comes to my art style. Friends seem to think it's a good thing, but I worry that it means that I don't have a style of my own.
Eventually, you'll want a style of your own, but style is something that evolves. Your style will evolve. So don't worry about it. Just keep drawing, and it'll happen. I never set out to create a style. And if you look, I mean, my stuff varies from image to image.
And plus, different animation projects require different styles to be learned.
Yeah.
And so, if you show that you can adapt to different styles of animation,
That is, if you want to be an animator.
If you want to be an animator.
This person might not be wanting to be an animator.
Right, but if they're doing commissions and somebody's like, "Oh, I want an art piece that's similar to this or this," then
Yes, you've got a point.
do you also draw people?
Yep. I've got a whole course on my website on human anatomy.
Just you prefer animals over humans?
Yeah, they're more fun to draw.
You are what people would call an animal lover.
I am.
See, I think that would have been the ultimate out of the comfort zone is drawing a person.
Well, I'm in
Because you
my
haven't
comfort
done
zone
one.
when I draw people.
Huh?
I'm in my comfort zone when I draw people.
Well, it's just you haven't drawn a person on live stream in a very, very long time.
That's true. But I'm definitely much more in my comfort zone drawing humans than I am robots.
Well, that's true too. But for the longest time, it's always been birds, lions, or bears. Then everything in between. Humans, not so much. Can you tell us what skills are required to become a background painter in animation? Does a background painter have to design locations as well, or does he only have to paint them?
Only has to paint them. The way that it's done is the layout artist designs the backgrounds. The background painter paints them.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going, eh?
How's it going? Do you know anything about the book Picture This by Molly Bang?
I don't.
I just got it. Supposedly to be a real good book about composition.
I'm sure it is. So definitely read it and learn. Composition is a great thing to know, obviously, and it's you'll spend a lifetime understanding it. Yeah, this is fun. I like having the holding line in here. What do you think, Dustin? That feels kind of neat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We'll put a little texture in the background when we get to it. What is the best birthday or Christmas gift you ever got from Dustin? Oh. Hold on. Where is it? Where's the dude?
Oh.
Where'd he go? Oh, he's right here.
Oh.
I got this from Dustin, the dude, which I've always cherished. And then you got me Bob and Doug, Kinsey.
Was that what I gave you?
You got me Bob and Doug McKinsey right here. I always love that, and I haven't opened it.
And I think at one point I even got you a white, it was like a digital whiteboard or something that they used for your plans for the day.
Yep. You actually got me a foot massager.
That too.
That's this last Christmas. I keep forgetting that I have it. I haven't even used it yet.
I think I even gave you a back massager at one point.
You did? For my chair?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all very dad gifts, but they're all very cool.
I tried to bring comfort. There's the one gift that both Austin and I got you the best award from Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh yeah, that one's over there, I think. Yeah, it's up there.
Yep. Hollywood Best Man. Here.
You can show it.
Here it is. Hollywood Best Man. We got it at a gift shop on Hollywood Boulevard. Like one of those touristy kind of places. We tried to find best dad, but we couldn't find one, so this is the best one we could find, so. Oh well. Still likes it. Right? What other stuff would I give you past? I can't remember.
What's your opinion on the 1978 Watership Down movie, and will there ever be a course over drawing bunnies in the future? Yes, we'll definitely have a course on drawing rodents and bunnies. The Watership Down, I think that was by Batchney. Was it by Batchney? Anyway, it traumatized me.
What was it?
Rabbits destroyed each other. It was so bloody.
Ah.
Yeah, it traumatized me as a kid. In 1978, I was 10 years old, and I remember seeing bits of it anyway. And literally there were bits of bunnies.
Yeah, that's true. Natalie says he drew Dustin not so long ago. I think that was the last human portrait you did. Was the one of me
No, I did one of Vedanta.
on live stream.
Yeah, right there, that one. The charcoal that's
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
on the boards.
Man, that feels like months ago.
It was months ago.
See what I'm doing? See what I'm talking about here?
So here I'm embracing the drawing, having some fun with it. I want it to feel like a little charcoal, not charcoal, but maybe Conte drawing. Is there a reason you drew the highlights before outlining? I just, you know what? I'm just exploring. There's no reason why I did anything in here other than I knew I wanted it to be high key, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted it to be. And so I'm just letting this evolve as I go. I didn't even anticipate whether I was going to have a holding line on it like I'm creating now. This just kind of evolved.
What are your thoughts on new artists gravitating to refurbished iPad Pros with Procreate as a strong alternative to tablets that are extra screen from computers?
I don't have any thoughts on it. That's cool. I think it's cool. I've never thought about it. It's a great alternative.
Can I be your apprentice?
Well, someday, but not right now. We don't have the ability to have apprentices right now.
Do you take commissions?
I don't. Nope, no commissions. It's hard enough for me to get my courses done, let alone take on more work with commissions. Dustin, do you even watch this show?
Do you guys even watch the show? I read comments more than I watch the show.
Yeah, this is getting fun. I'm really having a good time with the drawing.
Oh, now it's getting fun?
Yeah, it takes a while to find that groove, dude. Takes a while.
It's been a while since I have drawn a human male.
Drawing hair. Drawing lions' hair.
Gotta be in the groove. Beware of the groove! Hey Aaron,
Hey, what?
I got a bunch of your brushes and I've been trying to paint fur with fur brushes, but couldn't figure out how to use them. Any chance you could do a demo with those one of these days?
I have done demos with them. Did you look at the demo on the page that you buy them on? There should be a demo in there. If there's not, I've got a YouTube demo.
Do you ever even watch the show? If Aaron accepted apprentices, there'd be 100 people while Aaron draws in the live stream.
Yeah.
There'd be people all in the living room, all in the dining room, all upstairs. And I'd be out of the job.
So, has Manny been on today?
Not yet.
What about Mr. Clayton?
Mr. Clayton?
Any Dave Clayton?
Not that I've seen.
YouTube questions. I always watch films and spot film techniques. What kind of things should I spot in animated films? Animation techniques. There's cycles. Animating on ones and twos. There's a lot of different techniques.
And ones and twos and threes and furs. When able, how would someone go about becoming your apprentice?
Tickle in my throat. What's that?
When able, how would someone go about becoming your apprentice?
I don't know yet. Yeah, that'll be something. It definitely would be portfolio based. If we were to do it.
You just call and say, "Draw a cat, go." Click.
This one's taking a while today. It's taking us 2 hours just to get to this point. Lots of experimentation today.
That's an experiment. It's like the 60s all over again. Was there ever a time where you felt like doing something else as a career?
Yes.
Or has being in the art world been it for you? You ever get tired of it?
I never get tired of it. You know, when I was younger, before I had a career, I thought about going into forestry. When I was really young, I wanted to be a veterinarian. But I always came back to art. And since becoming an artist professionally 35 years ago, I've really never wanted to do anything else. When I was really young, I wanted to jump motorcycles professionally. I was really big into Evel Knievel, and so I wanted to be like Evel Knievel. And I had a little motorcycle. I used to make my brother lay down in front of the ramp, and I'd jump him on my motorcycle.
And I think growing up, one of the first things I dreamed of being was a helicopter pilot, specifically for the Apache helicopter.
Yeah.
And then after that, I wanted to go into video games, and then wanted to be a singer or a voice actor. Then back to video games. And now I want to be a photographer.
Yeah. Well, you're good proof that, you know, sometimes it just takes a little while longer. You're going to be 30 in September.
Yep.
And you're still, you know, finding yourself.
And it's just, I think the longest lasting, you know, I was getting into the video game industry, but I never really had a specific focus. like whether if I wanted to do concept design or be a game tester or anything of that stuff. I just knew back then I wanted to get into into the video game career.
Yeah.
But after I got brought into digital domain and I got into the 3D industry, that's when my wheels turned and changed into the 3D depth world for movies.
Yeah.
And after 4 or 5 years working down that road, that's when I got hired here, and I started got here. And last year, I got my first camera. And originally it was just to pass the time whenever we were outdoors. But the first time using the camera, that's when I was like,
hey, I dig this, huh?
yeah, it's like, I want to do more of this.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got one from Nick up here. Challenge idea. Configure your Wacom/Photoshop in a way that the input on your pen is mirrored to how it's put on screen. Well, they have that. They have the mirror section on Photoshop where everything's mirrored. Mirroring wouldn't work on this. But yeah, I love doing the mirror section treatment because you can create all kinds of really fun creatures with that.
No, what I think they mean is instead of like having two lines come out at once, it's the one line, but it's opposite to the strokes that you're making.
I don't know what that means.
Like,
what are you talking
like
about?
say I'm making a brush stroke going left, the stroke is actually going right.
Oh, well, you just keep drawing and it just makes it opposite. That's not a big deal. You're drawing the same drawing, it's just mirrored. It's just in reverse.
Have you ever tried doing it that way?
No, but
On the opposite of the brush stroke that you're trying to make?
oh, but you're saying I wouldn't be able to see the stroke that I'm actually making.
Right.
Oh, well, that would probably be different.
Like, I mean, it'll pretty much be the same as to what you're doing right now, but it's the opposite direction.
You're the opposite direction. What?
Dustin sings? Yes, I tried for American Idol twice. Will this remain monochromatic?
Yes.
Aaron, do you have any other hobbies besides art?
Yes, I like to play music.
Do you mess with opacity and brush hardness a lot, or do you tend to stay with mostly one setting for your brushes?
No, I mess with that quite a bit, actually. In this case, I'm not a whole lot because it doesn't really call for it.
Dustin, what's your favorite animal? Worldwide, I would say lion.
No, you're lying.
I mean, either a lion or a bear. Kind of the same boat as Dad, but locally, I like either sandhill cranes or red-winged blackbirds. Specifically the males, because I really like the black with the red shoulders. Really like that, the clash of colors.
Living on sponge cake.
Watching the sun make
Smell them shrimp, they
covered with
begin to
oil.
boil.
Strumming my six string on my front porch swing. Smell them shrimp, it's beginning to boil. If you could have a wild animal as a pet, what would you choose and why?
An amoeba, because you just have to put them in a drop of water.
Amoeba?
I've already raised several wild animals. One of them's sitting right next to me right now.
Gee, thanks.
There.
Aaron, back in the days, has the Lion King been colored on cells, or were they already digital?
They were digital. Everything started going digital at the end of The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid was the last cell painted movie. The last shot in The Little Mermaid, they did that digitally as a test moving forward.
Don't forget about otters, Dustin. I know I haven't forgotten about the otters. I like the otters too, but I haven't seen them in forever.
Forever.
What do you think of Pete's Dragon? I think it's super cheesy, but still a childhood favorite.
Super cheesy.
Super cheesy. Yeah, I like the classic one. I haven't seen the remade one that they did. What was it, last year? Was it last year or the year before?
The year before, I think. The live action?
Yeah,
Well, they're both live action.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. But
No, really, I'm sorry.
I mean, the original was, what was it, 60s?
The original came out in 1977.
77?
Yeah.
My bad.
I saw it in the theater.
Saw in the theater?
In the theater.
God, you're old.
I know.
I remember growing up watching that movie. Didn't it scare me a few times?
Yeah, you got scared of everything.
I was a little scaredy cat back then. Even what was it, the AMC?
Yeah,
mascot?
you were scared of the AMC film strip guy.
Film strip cat.
I think it was just the noise that you didn't like.
That was mainly it. For the longest time, like, I think it was just because my ears were so small or something, but I always had to plug my ears for like the good, like, first quarter of the movie.
Yeah. Have you ever drawn yourself as an animal? No, I haven't. That's an interesting challenge.
You always have a precise and confident pencil stroke. Was it the case before, or is it in the way you use your pencil? Like use your arm rather than just your hand? I searched this kind of precise line in my drawing. Sorry for my bad English.
You don't have bad English. And it's just something that I've developed over the years. I've always... It also helped that I did cleanup animation for a long time. So that helped a lot as well.
What's your opinion on the new Lion King's movie animation and realism?
I thought it was okay. I just think that the realism kept the characters from really emoting very well.
Yeah, it's basically like they did a really good job with the realism, but they did too good of a job with the realism. At least that's the way that I think of it.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer on top.
Okay, now animate the entire Lion King movie by hand in 1 week.
Nope. All right.
Impossible.
Impossible. Let me drop down to some of my texture layers.
Have you seen Hamilton? I thought it was really good, but I was surprised it kept all the swear words except the F bomb in a Disney branded movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
I didn't know they swore. Ah. Pete the Dragon, the remake is very different, but also cool. They move it from coastal Maine to woodland Maine.
Yes.
I had no idea the original was set in Maine.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I always thought it was like somewhere in the tropics or something, because it was on the coast.
Just giving this some texture without it being too textury.
Would the lion have an iris? Looks blind, the poor thing.
Yeah, he would. I'm just I've decided to kind of push it out a little bit. Let me knock this back even more,
Push it out of the way.
just so that background is just a little more subtle, a little more subtle. Let me try something else.
Are we at the one more thing already?
No, not quite.
Aaron, missing some TV paint streams. Any planned in the near future?
Yeah.
Have you utilized the Alt Command combo for the animation disc display and rotation? By the way, how's Snow Bear coming? Hope you can complete that in time for Oscar submission.
Well, we will eventually. May not be this one, but we'll get it eventually. There, I'm just adding some texture in here.
Yes, and to be precise, they kept in half an F bomb and eliminated 2. Oh, interesting. Sounds like, Dusty, you need to watch Pete's Dragon this weekend. I think I do. Is that on Disney Plus?
I'm sure it is. Oops. I didn't grab something. What did I miss? Oh, this one.
Yeah, there's still a lot of Disney movies I need to catch up on Disney Plus.
I wonder if I should lose that little tail down at the bottom so I can blow him up more. I'm going to do that. So I want it to take up more of the image. Well, maybe not that much. What about there? There we go for the composition. And then here.
That is true, Lisa. Disney Plus is awesome, but addicting. It definitely can be.
No. There we go. Just slowly kind of getting that all out of there. Going down here, get rid of that.
Ah, both versions are on Disney Plus. Good to know.
Good to know.
I'll definitely watch that when I get the chance.
Dominican. I'm going to use Dominican. It feels like the right.
One more thing is equivalent to I'll have only one more little slice of the pie.
Yeah.
I think it's more like I think I'll just take one more for the road. Which is your favorite Disney princess and why?
I don't know.
Question.
I don't think about. I think I like Pocahontas.
Good choice. Good choice.
Now let me do this.
What's the name of this style of drawing? Like, what's this style based off of?
I just like it. Let me go a little. I want to go. I like the space. I want to put spaces between these. Let me go a little bigger. Let me go 48. Can I go that big? Yeah.
What was the most difficult scene you worked on at Disney? And why?
The most complex one I worked on, and I've actually talked about it a little bit, is Rajah Rabbit cartoon.
Yeah, that one I always get my head wrapped up around that. Always trying to figure out how you pull that off.
Yeah, that one that was tough. I'll pull it up here in just a minute. I just gotta. I want to get this. There, how's that feel? Feels kind of classy, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to move this up just a little bit. I'll try a couple of things here. Feels good. I like that. I want to. No, I think I'm just going to leave it. I want to keep it nice and simple. Don't. Oh, yeah. I want to remind you. Don't forget that if you're a teacher, educator, or school official looking for an online art education course, we are now offering 300 plus hours of content to at group discounts. Okay, go to creatureartteacher.com/education to learn more, and please help us spread the word. All right. So, whoops. Oh, I gotta take it off. Caps lock. Yeah, if you're looking for group rates for your classes, we can help you out. And we want to help you out. So please, please, please head on over to creatureartteacher.com and check all that out. All right, so I'm gonna keep it on that texture. I just want to see something really quick.
What's the difference between designing for animation versus designing for games, like gaming design?
There's not a. I mean, I think gaming design is probably a much more vast world that you're designing for, but they're very similar. It's a good question. There's not a huge amount of difference. really, I mean, every game stylistically has its own style, which just like every film, and it's something that
I think it's
something that. Hold on, it's
sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to draw at the same time. Same old thing. It's the storytelling tends to be a bit different, but also the same. I mean, it's you're designing a world a lot of times, especially in open worlds. You have to anticipate everything, right? Whereas in a film, you're only designing where that character is going to be while the character is acting, and so there's some interesting differences, but there's a lot of interesting similarities that I find. There we go. That feels pretty good. I'm adding some textured areas in here.
I think when it comes to video game design, it can be something as simple as very close to an animated feature where it's very single-minded, very scripted. Like you're able to share some details as to like what's happening in the world, like the lore in the game, or you can go as vast as like a role-playing game where you have all these side quests and decisions that changes your story and your ending no matter what kind of choices you make. It's just a matter of how complex you're willing and how deep you're willing to go into the story for the video game. And I think that's what the biggest difference is between an animation and a video game. It's just how vast of opportunities there are in the video game world. That's how I see it. And Uncle Charlie says, "Hello, brother."
Hello, brother.
Oh, brother. Don't forget the one more thing. Whiskers. And you, Dustin, favorite princess and why? For now, I would probably have to go with Merida.
Oh yeah, Merida's awesome. I forgot about Merida. Also, I want to remind you that my brother Travis's course on Calipeg is up for pre-order now at creatureartteacher.com. You've only got a week to get that on pre-order. After that, it's coming out and it'll be going up to full price. So make sure you get out there because it's a 50% savings. If you guys are interested in doing any kind of digital 2D animation, get Calipeg for iPad. It's a really great piece of software. Travis is an expert on it. He helped them develop it. And we got him to come in and teach a course for us. So it's up for pre-order at creatureartteacher.com. You can save 50% off now through August 15th. Calipeg, once again, is an animation app for iPad and has a 7-day trial. After that, it's very affordable for very deep animation. You can get really deep in it. Alright, so I'm just coming in, just putting some finishing touches.
Is the text centered?
Yes, I believe it is. Yes, it is. Yep.
Did you save your work?
Yes, I'll save it again. There we go. So, once again, I wanted to do something a little different. So there's our drawing for the day. There we go. We push that back a little bit. What do you think, Dust Butt?
I like it.
Oh yeah, let's do the I don't know if I like it with the pupil like this, or maybe a little lighter. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I also wonder.
I don't like it.
It looks great.
Thanks.
I also wonder. Is it possible to shift his body to either direction?
Why? Which way do you think it needs to go?
'Cause I'm thinking left, just to bring in more of that rule of thirds, and also to center his head a little more into the image.
Okay, let's see here. Because he's right now centered. See,
Yeah.
I don't think I want to go any more than that.
Yeah. Just. Yeah, nothing too extreme.
That feels a little too much to me.
Yeah, it's just that his head felt a little too far to the right.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. Saying.
Saying?
Twitch question. Hey, I saw your review of the Cintiq Pro 32. How are you still liking it? I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't use anything else. I dig it, baby. I dig it. I think I'm there.
Think you're there?
I think I'm there. I'm there.
Yes, of course that's why I like Merida. Scottish ancestry, curly hair, horse, and enjoys archery. Of course. Aaron, have you met Carter Goodrich? He's one of my favorite character designers.
Yes,
I hear he's super shy.
I've met him.
Is it true?
It's two.
Is it true that he's super shy?
That I don't know.
That's
It's
a
just
charming
not
nickname. And you
true.
answered to it, Dustin? The nickname that you gave me?
Which one?
What was it, Dusty?
Dust butt. Oh, my friends called me erroneous. Aaron, erroneous.
Erroneous?
Yeah, I'm a mistake.
Sometimes it's to go, hey, Ron!
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. All right, I'm just noodling this at this point. But I think this is it. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, there's our attempt at doing something a little different. It came out nothing like what I had in my head. But I like it. I like it. I think it makes kind of a cool poster. What do you think? Oh, I want to get rid of that. What's that drawing down there? Is that layer 18?
Enough for something, that's one more thing.
Where is it? 18? There it is. Yep, it's layer 18. Right by the 2020. Some leftover drawings. So now all I got to do is grab some color there, go up to the top layer. Once again, that's the top layer, and we'll do this, and in comes there it is, all done. So that's going to be our Lion King, our Lion Day poster for 2020.
Might as well be Lion King.
Yeah. So if you guys want to order this, we will have it available. And it was a lot of fun to make. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember, our group education setup is available at creatureartteacher.com/education, And this is a setup for any of teachers out there, educators that have classes that are looking for a group discount for their classes. We have something available for you. So go on over there and check that out. Once again, it's creatureartteacher.com/education, and we want to help you out. Also, our scholarship. Remember, we're taking the first 200 submissions each month, and after that, you're gonna have to wait till the next month. But we are giving away a $5,000 scholarship every single month, and we'll take the first 200 submissions, and we will look at them and make a choice from that. I think this month so far we're up to 115, so we've only got 85 more spots left. But if you miss it this month, remember you've always got next month, and make sure you focus on quality. Don't rush it. If you can't make it this month, don't worry. You'll get next month or the month after. And if you submit and you don't get picked, you don't have to submit again. Okay, we will keep you on record, and we will continue to scrutinize everyone that's already submitted. Remember, Travis Blaise, my brother, has got a brand new course coming out on how to use Calipeg, and his course is up for pre-order. So you can go to creatureartteacher.com now, and you can order that. We've also got Tim Hodges' new course that just came out on how to draw mythical creatures, and that's doing great. And we've already been seeing some artwork coming out from that, and that's pretty cool. And then also Dustin and I have been working very diligently on trying to get done how to draw birds of prey. So we've got a lot of stuff coming out, plus Tony Cipriano's how to use ZBrush, which is digital sculpting. Lots of great stuff. So stay tuned for all of that. And I hope you guys had a great time today. I had a blast. Let me blow this up a little bit so you can see it a little better.
It was great nice.
It was great nice, right? And what time is it? 3:45. So we went a little bit long.
3:45.
3:45. But there's our line, and we really focused on drawing today, drawing and texture, and it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it.
It might be a bit close for the Instagram viewers.
There we go.
That'll do it.
So
Yeah,
maybe I'll move over.
This is what they were seeing.
Oh, gotcha. I'll move it over.
Well,
Right there.
yeah, that's what it looked like.
I'll shrink it up even more.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me
just
do
full
this.
screen it. There you go.
I'll just full screen it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go out, have a great week. Just a reminder, Nick and I are going to be off this coming week. We're taking a little bit of a vacation before our kids have to go to school, and so we're going to take a little R&R. So we won't be around this coming week, but next week on Tuesday we will be doing our very last Tuesday live stream. Okay.
The week after next.
The week after next. Yeah, we are going back to one time a week, which will be Fridays. And so we'll see you then. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay safe. Put some beauty back into the world. Be nice to somebody. Put your shopping cart away. And I will talk to you in a week and a half. See you later.
We should definitely do like a big like Tuesday finale thing.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Glad you guys enjoyed this stream. And if any newcomers are interested in any wildlife photography as well as artwork, you can check out my Instagram at Dustin_Blaise. And I post a lot of wildlife out there, specifically a lot of Florida wildlife. And along with that, you can check out my wildlife photo reference packs over at creatureartteacher.com that I have available over there. Well over 600 photos of Florida wildlife and counting. And so hope you guys enjoy those, and hope you guys enjoyed everything that's been going on. And stay safe out there next week, and we'll see you guys the week after next. And until then, Cowboy Bebop. Later.